Nollywood industry has again been thrown into mourning following news reaching this morning that one of their legendary actors, SH0CKING, is dead. The shocking news came this morning when his wife, Jennifer SH0CKING, broke the news on social media, saying that she lost her husband, who slumped and died on Tuesday, the 26th of January 2021. What a sad way to begin the new year for Nollywood. If you don't know who SH0CKING is, he is a prominent Nigerian actor who rose in stardom after he starred in the Nollywood classic Rituals in the year 1997. The 37-year-old father of two was known for his bad boy roles in early 2000s. However, recently he had an 8-year break from the industry following his sickness. Remember that in 2015, it was reported that SH0CKING has been suffering from stroke that has left him bedridden for a long time. Even in 2019, there was a viral video of him in a supermarket, Just Right supermarket, when he was half naked, shirtless, crying and begging for Nigerians' help. But in an interview before his demise, he said that video happened because he was ill, he had no job, he had lost all of the advantages that came with being a famous person because he had not been working for a long time. His friends came from Germany. They took him to Just Right supermarkets, and along the line, they were asking him what he was doing. And then he told them that he was healed recently by a pastor, a prophet, Jeremiah Omotov, of the Christ Mercyland Deliverance Ministry in Warri, because he claimed that the stroke he suffered was spiritual and that his ex-girlfriend was trying to see his demise. And when after he explained those things, there was a crowd forming, and he then decided to take off his shirt so that people would really listen to what he needed to say. After that video, the First Lady of Anambra State at that year, Mrs. Obiano, took interest in his matter, and while she was in the US, she sent one of her aides, Uju, to take care of him and took him to the Amako Hospital in Oka, Anambra State. Speaking further, that year when he recovered briefly from his stroke illness, he told fans that he was going to come back to the movie industry, but first he wanted to try his hand in music. And so after that time, he released a 7-track album titled The Truth. He said he is back, he is better and stronger. He tried to use that to assure his fans that he still had their interest at heart, and we will not be missing him for too long. The illness, according to SH0CKING, the illness that finally took his life, according to reports and what SH0CKING said in that year, 2019, he said the illness brought him closer to God. That while he had always been a fan of God and always interested in the things of God, contrary to the kind of roles he take in his movies, he said if he were to not be an actor, he would be a pastor, and that he had plans to set up a church in the nearest future. This plan, however, as we know now, has been terminated because, well, SH0CKING is no longer among us. Before his death, there were a lot of rumors while he had stroke in 2015, 2014 that he was dead. And all the time he would come up to make a video to show that he is alive. Because when this news broke, his fans were not willing to accept that he had finally died, because there had always been rumors of his demise. And, well, according to information we got from his wife and his journalist friends, SH0CKING slumped in his home and he never woke up. He is going to be remembered for his movie roles, his love for God, and controversy, if you would want to put it that way. And his 2 children are alive, and he has a wife, Jennifer Asuzu. A certain prophet, Jeremiah, who was responsible for his healing from the stroke, according to Ernest Asuzu, has been in his life, and he also is in mourning because he had lost one of his sons, according to reports that we've heard. Anyways, we hope that his surviving family would be able to bear the loss. We pray God grants them the fortitude to bear this irreparable damage that has occurred in their lives. We also hope that this would not be a trend in the movie industry for the year 2021, because we had already lost some of our icons with the death of Orishabumi and our siblings shortly after. We hope that this does not become a trend in the new year. Anyways, let us know what you think about him. What is your favorite movie of the Nollywood bad boy turned almost pastor before his demise, Ernest Asuzu? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like all our content. Pretty please share this with your friends, family, and everyone alike. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Until then, please take care of yourself and show your loved ones enough love while they are still here to smell their roses. Bye.
Came down with a stroke in 2015 and it affected his speech. He was also bedridden for 3 years. May God give his family, friends, and fans the strength to bear this loss.
Asuzu, who began his acting career in the 90s and rose to prominence after he starred in the 1997 Nollywood classic Rituals. Asuzu began his acting when he was very, very young at a tender age.
I feel the better you help me. Oh, I help my age. Right now, I was sickness, go through. Oh, my age, just help me, please. I beg you, go on. My age. I'm dying. Slowly, I'm dying.
Wow, this is a very sad news from our own, from Nigerian entertainment industry. We're just starting the year and we are losing so many people, from Orishabumi to Asuzu.
We want your help now. It is now. Please help him out. But meanwhile, let us hear from him how the journey began.
My name is Asuzu.
For those of you that don't really know Asuzu, Asuzu used to be an actor, a very good actor, like a very good, and he's usually stubborn in his movies. Very stubborn guy, just like the way the Mike do art. Yes, that's how he is. So coming out this morning now to confirm that he's dead. Wow, it's a really shocking something, and bad for the entertainment industry, losing one of its very best.
I shall become the king, and it is my responsibility to decide on the kind of security that should be implemented. Yes.
Actors in the game. Well, anyway, we just pray that the family bear the loss, and also we want you guys to send your condolences to the family, the friends, and everybody involved nearest to him. And please also remember to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell icon too to get notified whenever we drop a new update.
Peter had a stroke. I felt like Polindo and Victor. I made them shop right. I was shopping for a day to get for myself. I made them to sue them. The two about themselves to help me. Please, fair Nigerians, help me. Let me well with you, please. I made them go. Let me well with you. I told you episodes like that.
Please, you have heard from him. You have heard from him. Please, we need people like Two-Face Dibia, because Two-Face is his friends. Many of them are his friends. Zubi Michael, name them. Please come and help him out.